Hello students, welcome to e-class of history. Hope you will be in pink of your head. Let's start our session that is about the history. So what we are going to learn, these are already I divided into three parts. What we are going to learn today, my dear children, paper pattern, history and political science. Why we are learning all these things? Because children, you have jumped from 8th to 9th standard where marks are more important than the grade. Till 8th standard, what happened, children? What we were doing, we were passing through the grade. Now here, the drastic change is coming when you are coming in the 9th. So welcome in the 9th standard. So we are going to discuss about the 40 marks paper. Just you can see that there is a 40 marks paper and given 2 hours. So here whatever is written over here, children, you should go on read. So here I'm going to explain the paper one by one because your 8th standard is different and 9th standard is totally different. What are the questions? What are the marks are there and what type of the questions are going to be asked or likely to be asked? That is totally based on the textbook. These are all the questions category you are going to find in the textbook also. So first come to the first A. Choose the correct option from the given option and complete the statement. See children, this is a fill in the blank question. So here 3 marks and 3 questions will be given and you will be given an option also. So in bracket 4 options will be given to you. Each consists 1 mark. Each consists of 1 mark. Now next one is coming first B. Identify and write the wrong pair in the following sets. Consists of 3 marks. 3 sets will be given to you. You have to write 3 and you have to pick out only the wrong pair. Their pairs will be given. In one 4, in second 4, in third 4. So among these 4, one will be incorrect. That only you have to pick out and no need to correct, no need to do the correction. For that you are given 1 mark. Coming to the question number second A. Complete the following concept, maps, charts, any two consist of 4 marks. What is the meaning of this here? Graph diagram, timeline. You can say complete the following table. These type of the questions will be asked here and consist of 4 marks. Write short notes on any two. That is consist of 4 marks. Again, 3 items or concepts will be given to you and you have to write the 2. Explain the following statement with reason any two. Again, this is 4 marks and 4 statements with 4 questions will be given to you. Coming to the question number 4. Question number 4 is based on, my dear children, that is based on passage. And that passage will also come from your text only. So here on the base of passage, first and second question will be simple factual and third question will be based on PRQ, that is a personal relation question or you can say a complex factual question. So here coming to the question number 5, answer the following question in detail. Carries 6 marks. So here any 2. So here 4 questions will be given to you. You have to attempt any 2. Question number 6. Again, this is a fill in the blanks of political science. 2 marks. For 2 marks, 2 questions will be given to you. Question number 7. Here, state whether the following statements are true or false. Give reason for your answer any two. So here, how many questions will be given to you, my dear children? 3 statements will be given to you. And here, 1 mark for true or false and 1 mark for giving appropriate reason. Now here, little bit change is there, my children. If the statement is true and you have identified false and your reason is appropriate or you can say the correct, you are not going to get the mark for that. You are not going to get the mark for that. So your marks totally will be cut for the reason also and your identification also. So question 8A. Explain the following concept. Here again, timeline, complete the following or you can say diagram. Now, complete the following children. 8D, explain the following concept. Definition type of question will be there and 2 marks for that. Question 8B, complete the following activity. This is based on that is graph diagram, timeline or some political parties symbols are there. You have to recognize and write their names. Then question 9, answer in brief. Anyone 2 questions will be given, carries 2 marks. Coming to your question, your textbook. See, your textbook interface is like that, history and political science. Now see, from these interface, you can see there is a no ancient history, no medieval history. Children, really we are going to learn our Indian history after the post-independence. The period is 1961 to 2000. See children, very enjoyable history, very interesting history this time, and you are going to learn about your Indian history, what happened after the independence and in which field we progress, which field we are lack of and what we have to achieve in the future. So these all the kinds of things you are going to learn in the history. So your history total chapters are 10 and each semester is divided into 5 and 5 lessons are there. As you can see, first chapter, as usual, sources of history. So at least in the 5th standard also, 6th standard also, 7th standard also, you learn in 8th also sources of history. But that sources were different and these sources are different. See, what we learned till, see here, as earlier I said, that post-independence period, 1961 to 2000 history, we are going to learn over here. So till now, what we have studied, the history of ancient, medieval, and modern India. And this year we have to study the history of India in the post-independence era. Okay? Sources of modern history are different from the ancient and medieval history. Let's see. There are 4 sources of history. What are 4 sources? What are they? Written, material, oral, audio, visual. So with why we want these sources of history, children? Because the sources of history playing the important role. With the help of these sources, we can write history of a particular era, of a particular generation. We come to know that in the past what happened and in the present what is going to happen and in the future what steps we have to take. So that's why these sources of history are playing an important role in the history. Okay, children? So they are written, material, oral and audio visual. So now we are coming to the written sources. As in your textbook, it is given the written sources. What written sources are included now, children? Written sources here, you can say newspaper, periodicals. Periodicals means you can say weekly or monthly. And newspaper, we can say these newspapers are coming daily at our doorstep. And these periodicals are monthly, weekly sometimes, and quarterly also, yearly also, season. Then diaries. Many people are having the habit of writing the diaries. So these are the diaries are also considered the written sources. Now references. What are the reference books? See, suppose you are learning the history. Today you are learning the written source and you want to gather more and more information about the written sources. So you will search a reference book for that. Suppose we are learning the English and we don't know the particular words meaning. So where we are going to find in the dictionary. So dictionary will be called as a reference book. Dictionary will be called as a reference book. Now correspondence. Correspondence means later what we are writing one another. And nowadays the correspondence we are not doing in the form of letter. We are doing in the form of WhatsApp, email, or you can say other things are available. Skype, there are many things are available now. A digitalization. That's why this history is based on modern sources of history. Now documents in the archives. Archives, that is the collection of the documents. Collection of the documents. Government gauges. Government related papers. Government related papers. Postage stamps. Now see, these postage stamps are also playing an important role from prior independence to post independence. Why, children? Because they gives us the idea that how we progress time to time. They are changed, and these changes shows us that history has changed drastically, or you can say the period is changing one after another. Is that today where we are standing? Yesterday we were not there, and tomorrow we will not be there. So these changes are occurred with the help of, we can come to know the changes with the help of this postage stamp. Encyclopedia, collection. You can say the collection of anything. Suppose in the library you are getting encyclopedia animals, encyclopedia of plants, encyclopedia of treasures, about the dictionaries also. So that's all to these children. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Till then, bye bye. Stay healthy, stay fit, be strong, and love you, children. Love you very much. Okay, children, bye bye. Hello children, welcome again to, in the continuation of the lesson Sources of History. Here we are going to learn previously we learned about the written sources of India, and now we are moving ahead. See, National Archives of India. See, National Archives of India. What is meant by archives? The place where historical documents are preserved, called archives. And this National Archives located at where? Delhi, and this is the largest among the Asia. This is the largest among the Asia. So now here see, we know that just as a newspaper, see, newspaper is considered the fourth pillar of democracy. Is it? Here it is written, just as newspaper are considered the fourth pillar of democracy. In the modern period, they are also a major medium of information. So if the fourth pillar it is, then which are the remaining three are your legislature, executive, judiciary, and media. In media, newspaper is coming. In media, newspaper is included. As earlier I said, that if we consider the period from 1961 to 2000, that is the period which we are learning in this history, that is Indian history. We see that in the beginning there was an alternative to print media, especially newspapers. With liberalization and widespread use of internet, see, widespread use of internet in India, an alternative for print media became available, yet the print media still continue to be the powerful. Though here you can see lots of users are there of internet, and this is a widespread also. Then also the demand of the newspaper didn't decrease, it goes on increasing. Now here see newspaper, some pictures of the newspaper you can see here. See, newspaper, through newspaper you get different types of the information about national and international affairs, political, arts, sports, literature, and social and cultural affairs. Newspaper contains, you can say, matters related to human life also, means they are describing particular biography, or they are reflecting one another's life. Most national newspaper have started their regional edition. See, regional edition means in their languages. Now the print media has started different types of or different languages or vernacular languages paper. Here we can see in this picture. Here, so newspaper, see, give information. This they publish supplement that give information about various topics. New settlers of various movements. New settlers of various movements, or you can see various movements. Suppose today the Corona movement is going on, or Independence movement, or you can say Dandi March movement. Many movements were there in the history. So they cover the report about that movements also. And the dailies and weeklies of political parties, monthly and annual magazines are important among the print media. So some newspaper produce special supplement toward the end of the year that take an overview of an important event of the year. Such supplements help and understand. Such a supplement help us to understand the important events of the year. See, suppose now 2020 is going to end in December. So from January to December, what happened in our country at the international level, in the sports, means various kinds of the fields. What happenings took place during this year, all will be included in that supplement, which comes at the end of the year. So coming to the PTI, Press Trust of India, after 1953, the Press Trust of India is located at our capital, that is in Delhi. The Press Trust of India has been an important source of primary details of all important events and of articles on important subjects. Press Trust of India has provided reports, photographs, and articles on financial and scientific issues to newspaper. PTI has now started its online services during the 1990s. Now, why 1990s? 1991, you can say the period is regarded satellite revolution. So during that period, under the leadership of PV Narasimha Rao, Manmohan Singh was a financial minister, and three drastic policies were taken by them: liberalization, globalization, and privatization. And during that time, only the satellite revolution came. And because of that, PTI also started using the satellite broadcast technology instead of teleprinter to send news all over the country. This material is important for writing the history of modern India. Writing the history of modern India. That's all in today's lecture. Tomorrow or in the other lecture, we are going to consider, we are going to reflect the points: postage stamps, material sources, oral sources, audio-visual sources. Till that, goodbye, my children. Have a nice day.
That is under your book one column is there. Do you know that among the print media the information contained in the annual issue of the publication division of the government of India is authentic? What is the meaning of authentic? Real and trustworthy. The information and broadcasting department published India 2000 an annual reference book. This reference book is created under research, reference and training department. Coming to this book, what it contains, my dear children, it contains the useful information about the land, as you can see the picture given below, one by one. Its people, national emblems, political system, defense, education, cultural events, and an account of development in the field of science and technology, environment. Coming to the another picture, just see health and family welfare, social welfare, media of mass communication, along with basic data related to economics, finance, planning, agriculture, water conservation, rural development, food and civil supply. The next part: energy, industries, trade and commerce, transport, communication, labor, housing, law and statutes, youth and sports department, etc. It is possible for us to write the history with the help of such information. This information helping us to write the history of past, you can say the past, present, and how can we make bright our future. So this is the very important part of the history. Coming to the next part, that is a postage stamp. See what we come to know with the help of postage stamp. See, ancient period, medieval period, and today modern period. So some changes have been taken place in the postal stamp also. And what they reveal us? The history of India. So first you can see the black and white was there. Next I thoda color, means you can say the color and the size also. And this time also we are getting different types of the color, and different sizes are available according to their cost. Now here postage stamp. The postage stamp don't reveal anything on their own, yet a historian makes them speak. There have been several changes in postage stamps since India became independent. As earlier I said that black and white to color, and different sizes are also changed. Postage stamp reveal a lot to us about changing time due to variety in the sizes of stamps, the novelty, newness in their subject and color schemes. So in the above picture you can see what was the first era, second era, medieval, and today modern era we are living. So what changes have been taken place since so far. So from these reveals us, these also a great source of history which gives us or reflects a light on the history of past, present and coming future. The postal department, time to time the postal departments they are issuing postage stamp on a wide variety of themes, like see in the picture, political leaders, flowers, animals, birds and event, and or the silver, golden, diamond jubilee or centenary 100 years, bicentenary 200 years, centenary matlab 300 years of different events. It is therefore a valuable repository of the history. It is a valuable resource of the history which gives us the past, present, and what changes we have to take in the future, children. Next, under the column of your textbook, do you know that column? That is about the Jal Cooper. Indian government issued a Jal Cooper stamp in which year? 1977. Jal Cooper was an internationally acclaimed means declared philatelist. Philatelist, your meaning is given, an expert on the subject of postage stamp. Next, where he was born? In the Parsi household in Mumbai. Cooper edited India's Stamp Journal. He was the founder of first philatelic bureau in India, an office that collected stamps. He founded the Empire of Philatelic Society. He went on to write many books on this subject. He gave a scientific bent to his hobby. Now here you can see in the picture the stamp which are collected by the Jal Cooper and the book which is written by the Jal Cooper. What he played? He played a pivotal role. Pivotal means important role in taking the study of Indian postage stamp to the international level. Having started his career as a postage stamp collector, Cooper achieved the expertise of a philatelist at an international level. The postage stamp on Jal Cooper is an important source to understand his significant contribution to this field. That's all, my children, for this session. In next session we are going to cover material sources, what are the oral sources and audiovisual sources. Last time we covered the material source, these written sources. Now we are going to cover the material sources. What are included in the material sources, children? Coins, as you can see in the picture, places of worship, things in daily use, royal seals, ornaments, museum, clothing, modern architecture. Coins. We can also understand the history with the help of coins and the changes in the printing of currency notes. See previously what kind of the coins were there and ancient to till today. This gives us a glimpse of history and changing of lifestyle. Reserve Bank of India prints the notes. It has its headquarters in the Mumbai, as you can see in the map of India. Reserve Bank, what it prints? Notes. Where its headquarters? In Mumbai. Now the coins from 1950 to those used at present, the metal used for making them, their different shapes, the diversity of subject on them together help us to understand the important contemporary means present issues in India. Example, coins to convey the message of population control and coins communicating the importance of agriculture and the of farmers. As you can see different types of the coins, there are different types of the pictorials are there on the back side, and these pictorials are showing a message or giving a great message with the changing of lifestyle and the material, or you can see the material or the metal which was used previously, aluminium or you can say copper. At present we are not using that. So time to time changes are taking place in the shapes and metal of material of the coins. Museums. All states of India have museums that depict the characteristics and display the cultural and social heritage of the state. See, everywhere in every state we will find one museum. In Mumbai also. So here we can say they enable us to understand history. What is the work of the museum? They make us to understand or to study the past events of the history. So here example, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum at Mumbai and Reserve Bank Mumbai in Pune. Next, apart from the government museum, see some museums are under the government, some are privately. Some are working as a private. So private collectors are also setting up their museums. So what they are based on? Distinctive subject. As you can see in the picture, coins, notes, lamps, nutcrackers in different shapes, cricket equipment, etc. Now oral sources. Coming to the oral sources. What this includes? Folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, ballads means songs. O is Marathi verses in the oral tradition. Now see Povada, as you know that on Shivaji Jayanti you are singing all these things. Activists were inspired by the Povadas of Lok Shair Annabahu Sathe and Shair Amar Sheikh during the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement as seen in the picture. Now here as an example of how some event gets reflected in literature and how a poet perceives that event, study the poem of Avan written on the backdrops of Sino-Indian War. Sino-Indian war between India and China, and that took place in 1962. By the noted Marathi poem Kusumgraj, find pieces of literature based on contemporary events. Again the contemporary present. Coming to the audiovisual sources, what it includes? See, television, films, internet, audiovisual mediums. What are the another many domestic and foreign television channels also come under these head. First one is the History Channel and the Discovery Channel, etc. Film and Television Institute of India, FTII. The Government of India started the Film Television Institute of India at Pune in 1960 with the purpose of providing public education. Public education, here you can get an admission if you want to become a director, if you want to become a film hero, actor or actress. Many types of the short courses are available over here. And in this picture you can see the logo of FTII. FTI, an institute called Indian News Review, has produced various news reels on important events in politics, social issues, arts, sports and culture. Now see here, this department has also produced various documentaries on prominent, well-known, famous, you can see prominent means well-known or famous, social leaders, on people who have made major contribution for the country and about important location in India. These news releases and documentaries are useful for studying the history of modern India, history of modern era. So now conclusion, what we have learned children till that in the textbook, what we have learned, what conclusion we are getting from here my dear children, that till now we have seen some important sources for writing history of modern India. Okay, the times in 21st century are changing so rapidly that even these sources will prove to be inadequate. However, new sources are coming forth. What are the new sources, my dear children, here? See here. However, new sources are coming forth. For example, during the transformation from landline. See in the picture you can see landline to cell phone. A gadget called pager. It is shown in the picture. Pager came up for contacting people. See, pager at what time it came? When we were not having the cell phone. So at that time it was very difficult to contact the people, those who are far away or were not having the facility of landline. And the people, those who were moving in the market. So with the help of this pager, they were calling and reflecting the number and giving the message to call back. So wherever the person is there, he was getting the message and calling back to the person. But the period of pager was short-lived, and that was taken by cell phones. The huge amount of information available on internet is used for studying history, but the truth and authenticity of this information needs to be verified. See, now internet we are using. Lots of information regarding history or science, whatever they are. there, but authenticity, whether they are true or not, that we have to find out. That is very very important to verify them. See, now it became comparatively easy to study history with all these sources, as these sources are from the contemporary period, again contemporary present. They are easily available since a subject like history touches all aspects of our lives. Efforts for preservation of such sources are made at all level. We should also contribute to these efforts. That's all of this period. In the next session we are going to do the question answer of this lesson. Till then,